Today we are going to sit on our breakfast tables for a little longer because we are going to learn the story behind our favorite meal, cereal. In this video we have got some very surprising facts about the cereals that none of you might know about. How would you feel if I tell you that the breakfast you love to eat every day is not made to satisfy your appetite, instead it was made you to stop from touching yourself? Get ready to uncover the extraordinary history behind how Corn Flakes came into existence and how they have deep-rooted ties with the Christianity. Prepare to be intrigued as we delve into the story of Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, a man who was devoted to make people spiritually and health-wise fit in the late 19th century. Discover how his belief in the importance of abstinence and his Christian values intersected with his invention of Corn Flakes, a seemingly simple cereal that would go on to revolutionize breakfast tables around the world. Join us as we travel through the fascinating tale of how a simple and easy breakfast cereal became a matter of morality, health, and religion. John Harvey Kellogg. John Harvey Kellogg was a doctor who didn't like anything related to sex and aimed to build a world where people do not have sexual desires so they can remain pure and clean. His thoughts can be seen in his personal life as well. Certain reports have suggested that he and his wife Ella even slept in different bedrooms. Well, that is very absurd, right? But it is the reality that he actually wanted to make people free from sexual desires. For this he made some really weird machines at the Battle Creek Sanitarium, like machines that slapped you or even sent electric shocks to your reproductive parts if you ever feel any sexual desire. Yikes! And that's not all. He had even scarier ideas, especially for kids. He thought wrapping up private parts or tying hands could stop them from touching themselves. But guess what? Kids still found ways to play around. He even suggested caging up private parts of the body and locking them up. Super creepy, right? Was he just a weirdo or something else? No one really knows. But one thing's for sure, he believed that having sex, the natural way to make babies, was somehow bad and made one impure. Victorian era. During the conservative times of Victorian era, attitudes towards sexuality were deeply entrenched in moral and religious beliefs. Victorian society upheld strict standards of morality and decency, viewing any form of sexual activity outside of marriage as sinful and immoral. Masturbation in particular was condemned as a harmful and shameful practice believed to lead to physical and mental dangers. As a devout Christian and staunch advocate for soberness, Kellogg held strong beliefs about the detrimental effects of sexual activities, including masturbation. He believed that indulging in such behavior could lead to a host of physical and psychological issues, ranging from nervous disorders to moral degradation. He believed that he can make the society well-behaved and better if he could get rid of such activities. Kellogg was determined to combat what he saw as the scourge of sexual immorality, particularly among young men. He embarked on a campaign to promote abstinence and celibacy as virtues essential for maintaining physical and moral purity. To this end, Kellogg advocated for various methods aimed at suppressing sexual urges and curbing the practice of masturbation. One of Kellogg's most notable contributions to his anti-masturbation campaign was his promotion of a bland and restrictive diet as a means of controlling sexual desire. He believed that certain foods can arouse sexual desires or can lead to masturbation, and certain foods can control such thoughts. He believed that spice can cause such desires. On the other hand, vegetables can suppress them. Well, I think he has never been to a poultry farm and had ever seen what they do out there. He also believed that eating meat can lead to immediate horniness. He thought the same about spices, vegetables, candies, juices, grains, and in short about everything having taste. So he wanted to make a diet that has no taste at all. As part of his efforts to promote abstinence, Kellogg developed a diet that was low in flavor and devoid of any stimulating substances, including spices, meats, and caffeinated beverages. The birth of Corn Flakes. This was the time when the world got to know about a new diet called Corn Flakes, Kellogg's unwitting solution to the problem of sexual temptation. Originally conceived as a bland food option to suppress sexual urges and promote overall health, Corn Flakes became a cornerstone of Kellogg's anti-libido diet. Kellogg touted Corn Flakes as a wholesome and nutritious breakfast option that could help individuals maintain physical and moral purity by curbing their appetites and reducing their susceptibility to temptation. Kellogg's promotion of Corn Flakes as a part of his anti-libido diet was met with widespread acclaim, both within the walls of his Battle Creek Sanitarium and beyond. The cereal's popularity grew rapidly as it came to be viewed not only as a delicious breakfast option, but also as a symbol of virtue and self-discipline. However, Kellogg's anti-masturbation campaign and his promotion of Corn Flakes as a part of a healthy anti-libido diet were not without controversy. Critics argued that his views on sexuality were excessively puritanical and that his methods for promoting abstinence were misguided and potentially harmful. Additionally, some questioned the scientific validity of Kellogg's claims about the relationship between diet and sexual desire. Two schools of thoughts about sexual desires in 19th century. In considering the divergent perspectives on sexual desires in the 19th century, one might wonder if Dr. Kellogg ever crossed paths with Freud, and, if so, how their views on the development of psychosexual stages aligned. Both figures were alive during the same time, yet their idea of why and how children engage in early sexual exploration were starkly different. Kellogg thought that such behaviors were learned from the womb, attributing them to maternal actions during pregnancy or intercourse. On the other hand, Freud viewed self-exploration as a natural part of a person's developmental journey. Kellogg, in what appears to be a bid for dramatic emphasis, famously likened the consequences of masturbation to those of catastrophic events, asserting that no plague or war had wreaked such havoc on humanity. He meticulously detailed 39 purported symptoms of the practice in his work, Plain Facts for Old and Young, embracing the natural history and hygiene of organic life, including acne, palpitations, epilepsy, and warts. Believing that advocating against masturbation and promoting dietary changes could mitigate its prevalence, Kellogg aimed to foster a healthier and more spiritually inclined society. Journey of Corn Flakes to Breakfast Table. The story of Corn Flakes' journey from the boundaries of the sanitarium laboratory to breakfast tables worldwide is a proof of how human mind can turn one little idea into a business of millions. It all began with Dr. John Harvey Kellogg's accidental discovery of what would later become the iconic cereal. In the late 19th century, while working at the Battle Creek Sanitarium, Kellogg was experimenting with ways to create a bland, easily digestible food that could suppress sexual urges and promote overall health. One day, he left a batch of cooked wheat sitting out overnight, only to find it stale the next morning. Rather than discard it, Kellogg decided to roll out the stale wheat and toast it, resulting in thin, crispy flakes. This unplanned creation marked the birth of what would eventually be in the daily routine of our life, Corn Flakes. Initially, Corn Flakes did not include corn in its ingredients, but later on, when it was discovered that this dietary product can be produced by using corn, which was cheaper and easily available than wheat, it was started to be made by Corns. It was Kellogg's brother, Will Keith Kellogg, who had a businessman mind and recognized the commercial potential of the cereal. Will, a savvy businessman, saw an opportunity to mass-produce and market Corn Flakes to the general public. In 1906, the Kellogg brothers founded the Kellogg Company, with Will at the helm of operations. The company's first factory was established in Battle Creek, Michigan, where the brothers worked tirelessly to perfect the production process and scale up manufacturing. As demand for Corn Flakes grew, the Kellogg Company implemented innovative marketing strategies to popularize the cereal as a wholesome breakfast option for families. They emphasized its nutritional benefits, convenience, and affordability, positioning Corn Flakes as the ideal choice for busy households looking for a quick and nutritious meal. One of the key milestones in Corn Flakes' ascent to breakfast stardom was the introduction of corn as the primary ingredient. Corn offered several advantages over wheat, including a sweeter flavor and a lighter texture. The switch to corn further enhanced the appeal of Corn Flakes and contributed to its widespread popularity. The Kellogg Company's marketing efforts played a crucial role in introducing Corn Flakes to new markets, both domestically and internationally. They utilized various advertising channels, including print media, radio, and later television, to reach consumers far and wide. Over the years, Corn Flakes became synonymous with breakfast, earning a permanent place on grocery store shelves and in kitchen pantries around the world. Today, the humble cereal continues to endure as a beloved breakfast staple, a testament to its enduring legacy and timeless appeal. Influence of Kellogg's Christianity belief on his business. Kellogg did not forget his Christianity ideals after entering the market of businesses. He was deeply rooted in his Christian beliefs, which shaped his approach to business and health. His strong faith influenced every aspect of his life, including his work at the Battle Creek Sanitarium and the founding of the Kellogg Company. Kellogg believed that promoting health and wellness was not just a scientific journey, but also a moral obligation rooted in the values of Christianity. He saw his work as a means of serving God by helping others lead healthier, more pious lives. This commitment to promoting physical and spiritual well-being was evident in his business practices, as he prioritized the development of nutritious and wholesome foods that aligned with Christian principles. In the early days of the Kellogg Company, religious imagery and messages were incorporated into advertising campaigns in order to reinforce the brand's connection to Christian ideals. Conclusion. Just as Kellogg's vision transformed breakfast tables around the world, may our journey inspire you to explore the stories behind the everyday wonders that enrich our lives. So this was all from the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So it is time to tell us in the comments how many of you are now going to avoid eating cornflakes in the morning. Just kidding, guys. A good day and goodbye till we meet again. Thank you for watching, and if you have not smashed that subscribe button, then take some time and do that, fella.